Hey everyone, Sirphae here. I know it's been quite a long time. It's been several months since my last video. I don't remember exactly when, but I believe it was towards the end of last year, maybe even a little earlier than that. So I wanted this video to be kind of going over things that are going on in my life and I guess kind of explaining why I haven't been around. So it's nothing like uh, I'm quitting or whatever. I definitely think about YouTube all the time. Even these past few months where I haven't been around, like I still think about it pretty frequently, and like it's always in the back of my head to like try to do a video. But there's been a few different things going on that's kind of made it difficult. Um, One is we've been in the process of moving, and we're like in transition mode right now. Um, and kind of in the middle of that, we also found out that my wife is pregnant. And I can say that now because we were actually trying to be secretive about it for a while, because she didn't want it to get out to the world. But she's recently put it out there on social media and stuff, so it's safe to put this out there as well. I wanted to respect her wishes, like while she wanted to keep that secret. So that's a thing. And for any of you familiar with how that works, she's been very sick. They call it the morning sickness, which is kind of BS because she's constantly sick, and there's been plenty of times I had to help her, or not necessarily help. I just did it. I would clean up her puke. I've been having to take care of her a lot, but in the meantime, like I said, we're in a transition stage right now, so we've actually kind of, for the moment, like moved in with her parents. They have this big house and enough space for us, and they kind of help take care of her as well as we're like both working and stuff. It makes it a little easier on us. Um, so that the move, like I said, I also recently got a new job. This past week was my first week, and it's going well. Pays more than my previous job, and it's a lot closer than my previous job. So that's a double positive right there. So far, I like it. Like I said, it's only been a week, but it seems like a good thing. And also, more recently, I my mother is in the hospital. She's kind of dealt with health problems for a long time, and my brother and I have both kind of like told her over time, you need to do these things, you need to exercise and like eat better and all this stuff. And for the most part, she's like doesn't listen. Like she'll say she will, but then she doesn't. And she also like used to smoke and vape and stuff like this, which ultimately led to the reason she's in the hospital is because she was started coughing up blood at one point, and so she went to the doctor, and they found out that there's like an erosion in her lungs, which I don't know if like they've mentioned to me exactly what it was, but I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious. A big part of that was like all those years she smoked and vaped, um, and I'm sure like diet, her like terrible diet doesn't help either. Like people don't realize that like diet is really powerful. Um, I mean, I've read stuff about like people that have like conditions that don't seem to be curable or like that are pretty serious, like someone with pre-diabetes, and then they just like completely change their diet and lifestyle, and it just goes away. Um, but yeah, stuff like that, it can really, really help you. I think it's like very underrated, but I know it's difficult. I still struggle with like diet, but I understand the importance, and I do my best. And I wish, my mom, people like my mom and like others would, especially if it's within your family, you just want to help them, right? So if she could just do a little bit better, that would be nice. And maybe this will be the wake up call for her. I visited her today for like most of the day. Um, Got her food, groceries, things like this. I helped them out, took care of their dogs, and they live like an hour away. So I drove there, took care of them, and came back. And it was fine. I mean, she seems like she's doing mostly well, considering the surgery just happened Monday. And she gets up with help. She can get up and like go to the bathroom or like walk around. And those are the kind of things the doctor is apparently telling her to do. Like she needs to walk around to like train her lungs to be functional, I guess, like normally functioning. And apparently she might be able to get out in a couple days with oxygen, but she really needs to keep up with her exercise. Otherwise, it may prolong how long she needs to be on that oxygen. So I'm really hoping that she kind of changes her ways. This is a wake up call, and between me and my stepdad and others like trying to help her out and all this stuff, I hope she can really change her ways. Um, but anyways, so that I kind of went on a tangent there about my mom. But anyways, yeah, those kind of things is why I haven't been around. I also I don't think I mentioned this before, but I'm also working on a comic, and it's called. I actually published the first chapter on an app called Webtoons, I believe. Yeah, Webtoon. If you just look up Webtoon, and it's like right here. If you to give you an idea of what the icon looks like, um, it's like a free app that you can like read other people's comics and stuff, and it allowed me to freely publish my first chapter. So I did that, and I plan to eventually get more chapters out there. Like I think next month I'll have chapter 2 released, and I have like way more than just a couple chapters. It's just the process of getting it in like comic manga format is I'm hiring a studio, and I can only pay for like a few pages a month, so that's why it's taking so long. Because if I were to do like the whole thing at once, it'd be like really, really expensive, like several $1,000s that I just couldn't do. So in the meantime, I'm doing, I'm taking it slow, doing what I can. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. That might be something I put out here. But if you're interested in looking it up on Webtoon, you look for Realm Warriors. And yeah, you should find it. I'll show you what it looks like. So if you're interested, you can check it out. So my series right here, right? The one under my series, the little icon for my cover page looks like that. So if you're interested, check that out. And I might do a video kind of showcasing some of that stuff and going over some of it or something like that in the future. I think that's it for now. I'll try to do maybe another update video next month or so. Like I said, there's just a lot going on right now, and it feels more difficult to try to put these videos out on a more consistent basis, and part of that's my fault, I guess, because I guess at the end of the day, if you really want to do something, you'll prioritize it. So I acknowledge that. But right now, between the pregnancy and the moving and all this stuff and my mom, I'm doing my best. So I hope you guys are doing well. Those of you who are still with me, I think I've noticed that my subscription numbers went down a bit, naturally, because I've been gone for several months now, so I'm not surprised. But those of you who've been with me for a while and you're still here, thank you. I appreciate all of you, even if it's just a handful. But like I've said before in previous videos, this is just me putting myself out there, expressing myself to the world, and it helps me to develop myself, and I guess it's somewhat of a coping mechanism too, to get through some things and like force myself into areas I'm not comfortable with. So that's all for now. Thank you guys, and have a good night or day.